What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are checking back into the Volcano Bay construction site. And first thing to check out today is take a look at this. Up at the very top of the volcano, it has finally been topped off. We have some flags right there, which is a symbol for the steelworkers that they have reached the highest point. A little further down, we have a platform right there with a bunch of guys doing work. This is going to be an observation deck, and it's also going to be where the drop slides start. And then take a look at this. We have a lot of workers right here piecing together all of the forms to actually make the volcano become what it is. And see, there's a lot of rebar on that. And then check this over here. We have another slide piece has been added for the water coaster. And then here's all of that rock work really starting to go up on the side of the mountain. Looking good. And there's a bunch of other pieces down here in the wave pool. But first, that is going to be the exit for one of the slides. And there's actually another segment of slide right there. And then there's all of those form pieces that are eventually going to make their way up on the side of the volcano. It's all looking very, very nice. But let's move on. Take a look over here. Here is the water coaster. Doesn't appear too much has really changed. However, just down a ways over here, they are putting a lot of the concrete forms in place. And in fact, right there, we can see some guys lowering another section in. So there's going to be a lot of concrete poured very, very soon. A lot of the footers from earlier still in place. And then over here where there's going to be a quick service as well as a restroom, nothing's changed too much. This slide tower complex over here, well, not really much has changed there either. But this right here, another one of the towers for Cabana Bay, the one we've covered in other updates, is really starting to rise into the air, almost at its highest point now. Next up on the things to cover, we talked about in our last update how they were going to be doing a budget style hotel, and work has really progressed over here. They've dug out kind of a big hole, and they're going to need to do that to start the foundations for it. The tram access road right over there, it still looks about the same. And there's been a lot of groundwork over here next to the I-4 freeway. We can still see mounds of dirt and construction equipment all over the place. And then right there, that pathway, that's where most of the work has been done for that kind of tunnel section. And it leads over towards the front entry for Volcano Bay. A lot of progress over here though. Even though it doesn't look like it, trust me, it's really progressing. Real quick, I wanted to showcase one of the towers here for Cabana Bay, and it is now up to about the 7th floor. As we can look down, this thing is massive. There's a lot of crews up on the top here, still doing work, and it looks like it may be going a couple more stories as we have more concrete forms and footers. Alright, so we're a little bit closer now, and we're getting a look at the front entrance here as we see this little drop-off depot for the tram that'll be here eventually. And then the main entry area right here is getting a lot of work done on the very top of the roof line there. Looking very nice. Structure is nearly complete. I don't see any more steel really on site. This building over here is getting some covering on it. Still has a little bit of that paneling, sheetrock over there. And overall, everything in the front entry area is looking very, very nice. Work on the tunnel here is progressing. As we can see, concrete has been laid right there. So we have a tunnel section now. It extends all the way underneath the road over here. So that's good. Another concrete form in the air, thanks to this tower crane doing the work. Well, it is time to take a look at the parking garage, and wow, have they done a ton of work just in the last couple weeks. The entire third story looks to be fully complete. In fact, we have some light poles right there, and that looks to be the last thing to install before this is fully done. There's still some groundwork to do, and there are crews working on all sorts of stuff. In fact, if we look down here, we can see a couple guys down at the very end. But pretty much everything here is all done. In fact, the big crane that was assembling all this is being loaded up currently, and it is going to be shipped out today. So that is going bye-bye. Other than the parking garage, of course, we can get an awesome view right here of this slide complex, but not a lot has changed. We can take a look and see how they have added a couple pieces to the top of this. And then there is one segment right here that's been added, and it looks like it's going to be an enclosed section right there. We still have some pieces over here on the ground. And there's a lot of work still left to be done just to this one slide, not to mention the other one that's just right next to it as well. This is the other tower for Cabana Bay, and this one actually is a little bit taller than the other one, but this is the big story right here. There are tons of glass windows going all around this. And that makes me nervous and excited because one, well, it's glass. Two, it's going to offer incredible views. But then we have over here the lazy river. Concrete forms are all in place, but there are some other areas where they still have some left to do. These footers, well, still waiting for supports. There is a new support right there. And here is the main slide complex. As we can see, there's still a lot left to do. But zooming in over here, we can see that new section that has been added right there. But it's all coming together. Should see this probably completed very soon. What is this that I see? A new slide complex going up? Oh yeah. Yep, there's a much better look at the new slide complex tower going up. Well guys, that's going to do it for another Universal Orlando Resort construction update from Volcano Bay. And as we saw, a new slide complex was going into the air. The third story for the parking garage was also in the air and looks to be about complete. And there's a lot of general construction all around the construction site. We're going to have more updates from here and from other parks from around the world, guys. So if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Midway Mayhem. And I'll see you out on the Midway.